Hi, I hope you're all having a good week. I thought this week's course material might be a little more helpful to you if I made a video which you can watch later. This week's class is going to be about Handshake. So Handshake is the platform that Canisius and many other schools use to manage their internship and their job postings. In this class, I will give you an overview of Handshake and review some helpful tips. Whether you have used Handshake before or not, I hope you find this information helpful as you start searching for your spring and summer internships. Let's get going. When you're first getting started on Handshake, you're going to want to make sure that your profile is complete. Don't skip this step. Having a profile that is fully completed will assist Handshake in personalizing the job or internship positions that you see on your homepage. To find and edit your profile, go to the top right-hand corner of your page and select My Profile. You'll notice that there's a lot of similarities with the information that's included on your LinkedIn profile, including work experience, volunteer experiences, organizations, coursework, and projects. You're also going to have the opportunity to include what you're looking for more specifically, including whether or not it's an internship or a full-time job, and what cities that you might be interested in. I've already gone ahead and filled out a couple of the industries, so my profile is more business focused on here. But I would also encourage you to go through and fill out the skills sections, and really important is uploading documents, particularly your resume. If you upload your resume, there's many positions on here that will have an easy apply function, and you'll be able to apply really with 2 clicks if your resume is up to date. Similar to your profile, you're also going to want to fill out your career interests. By going up to the top right icon again, you can click on My Career Interests, and it will allow you to go through and be more specific about the things that you're looking for. You can select from a lot of different types of options, and as you scroll down, you can see that the specific industries and the specific job functions that interest you, you can click on, and this will just further help Handshake tailor what you're seeing on your home pages. So when you go to the home page, you can see that there are positions that pop up based on the things that I've said in my career interests and in my profile section. Once you go ahead and complete your profile and your career interests section, you're going to start to receive internship or job recommendations based on the information that you've included. Take some time to explore those recommendations, saving the ones that you're interested in by clicking the bookmark icon. This is good for a few reasons. One, it will save those jobs to your dashboard and make it easier to find and apply to them when you're ready. And you'll also receive reminders to apply before the deadline. Secondly, it will train Handshake to search through and show you positions that you might be interested in based on what you've bookmarked. Once you've saved a job, you can view your saved positions on the Jobs tab in the section listed as saved. It's good practice to follow employers that you know about or are interested in by going to the employers page and searching by specific name or by sorting by location and industry. You can identify employers that you want to follow. Once you've found an employer that you want to follow, just click on the follow button or the star icon on the app, and you'll receive notifications anytime they post a new job or are attending an event at Canisius. Similar to what we did with saving jobs, Handshake will draw connections between the companies that you followed, and they may also suggest ones that you don't yet know about. Handshake also has a tab to help you keep track of events, both in person and virtual. Check your email often and log into Handshake regularly to find out about new and upcoming events. There are general events, which include virtual career fairs as well as information sessions. And there are also on-campus interviews that are maintained on this database. So you can see Geico is interviewing. They'll be on campus November 18th. This, depending on the time of year, this will have many different positions that are posted. But it's a good way to see which companies are coming on campus and which companies are hiring for what types of positions. Okay, you've completed your profile, your career interests, and you've uploaded your resume. Now it's time to start looking for internship positions. The internships and jobs on Handshake are all housed under the Jobs tab on the top left. Once you are on the job page, there are numerous ways for you to narrow down your search results. You'll notice that there are already positions which have been selected for me based on my profile and my career interests. To conduct your own search, you can type in keywords on the toolbar There are also additional filters available for you in the All Filters tab. The search that I have just done is for marketing internships in Buffalo, New York. You'll see that on the left-hand side of the page are my results, and I have 38 of them. I can sort by several different things, including application deadline, date posted, and relevance to my career interests, as well as my search. If I'm interested in applying for any of these positions, as I read through them and click around, you'll notice that there are options to quick apply for some and apply externally to others. If I click on apply externally, it's going to take me to a separate website, usually managed by the company that's doing the hiring. If I were to click apply, by selecting this option, I'm immediately prompted to upload my resume and submit my application. It will queue up to the documents that I have saved. If I have more than one document saved, it will allow me to select which document I wish to upload. This is particularly helpful if you've made several different versions of a resume and you want to send a more tailored marketing resume for positions that are specific to marketing. So if I wanted to apply for this position, I would click Submit Application, and I can then view any job applications that I've submitted through my Jobs tab. On top of having this position in my Jobs folder, I also have a notification which sends me an email to confirm that I've successfully submitted an application. To adjust the notification settings on your account, click on Notifications and Edit Notification Preferences. This will give you many different options to choose from, whether or not you want push notifications, email notifications, or no notifications around particular types of events on Handshake. If I didn't want to get an email when I applied for a job, I can uncheck that. And you can do that for a variety of different settings. Another very helpful tool that Handshake offers is called Job Alerts. I can go in and save the searches that I run, and what Handshake will do is that based on the time frame, whether it's weekly or daily, Handshake will send me updates related to a search that I have completed. So let's just type in something new. So finance internships, and let's just say New York City. So if I want to search for finance internships in New York, I obviously get my results for today. So there's 105 positions that come up for today's search. I have the opportunity to save this search. And in these details, I can say whether or not I want to get a daily update or a weekly update based on new internships that are posted that match the search query that I've just run. So by saving this, I am now letting Handshake know that I want to get daily updates that update me every time a company posts an internship that's related to the search that I've just run. Once I save a job alert, I'll be able to find that alert to edit it in my notifications section. I can find it in one of two places, the Job Alerts tab down here, or simply by clicking on Edit Notification Preferences. All the job alerts that you save will be on the left-hand side of the page, and you can click on the link to find the most updated results for that search. And if you want to edit the settings for those individual alerts, you can find them here. I'd like to talk briefly about the company pages. So within the employers section, you can search for and find different companies. We talked about the value of following various companies before. If you select for a company, so I did a search for M&T Bank. If I go onto M&T Bank's profile, their company page allows me to get some pretty helpful information about the positions that they have, as well as specific reviews and even internship questions that they ask. So I can select and actually read through internship experiences that people have had for different types of positions, and I can sort by the titles of those positions. If I want to read and get some helpful information about interviews, there are sample questions that people will share, as well as information about the process. Each company will also have particular jobs. If there are any posted on Handshake, you will be able to access those on that company page. In terms of networking, one of the most helpful areas that I think exists is this students who've worked here area. So if I click on See All, what I end up with is all of the people who have M&T Bank on their profile. So what I usually use this for is for gathering information about internship experiences. And I would include really only the students who went to Canisius College, or if there are alumni, you can also use that as a sorting tool. But this is where I usually start. So if I were you and you wanted to gather information about an internship experience, this is one of the best ways that you can start really getting good information. So all of these students have had internship experiences at M&T Bank in various different areas. So if there was somebody who interned in an area that you're interested in learning more about, you could simply click on their name, read a little bit about them, and then if you click on this message tool, it will ask you an area that you're interested in learning more about this person, and then it will actually create a template message that you can use to sort of craft your outreach message to them. Obviously, there's an option here where you can clear the message that they give you, and then you can create your own. But I think the template is helpful, and it oftentimes gets people over that initial barrier of sending these types of messages, because I think they tend to make people anxious. So if you need to use the template, or if you feel more comfortable using the template, I would encourage you to try to use that, and then to tailor it to the extent that you feel comfortable. There's also some other really helpful networking opportunities that come from these employer pages. If you scroll down, oftentimes employers will list the names and profiles for their campus recruiting staffs. So I know from experience that Elizabeth Zach sends out messages. If I click on my messages here, I will see a lot of different types of messages that come from the recruiting staffs from various companies. And here's Elizabeth right here, who has sent messages previously about M&T Bank's events and some of the campus recruiting things that they've been doing. So I would highly encourage you that if you're interested in an internship and you want to learn some more information about it, or if you've recently applied for an internship, try to find the campus recruiting staff members that are associated with that company and send them a brief message. The message doesn't have to be anything complicated or long. You just want to let them know that you've submitted your application and that you're excited about the chance to interview for the job. This point of contact is really something that that will help distinguish you from other candidates, because most people will not be doing this kind of contact and outreach to these campus staff members. And it makes it very easy for her to see you distinguishing yourself from other applicants, and she can easily pull your information from the list of applicants that have recently applied for whatever job she's potentially reviewing. So very good practice to start doing. If you've applied for an internship, try to reach out to the campus recruiter, letting them know that you've recently applied. That will wrap up this week's class material. I hope you found this format to be useful. I thought it would be better to approach the material through a video so that you could watch it later. Due to the technical nature of some of these things, I wanted it to be easily accessible for you. So I hope you found that useful. Remember that next week your final revised resumes are due. And then the final mock interview, the third interview assignment, which is essentially our final exam, will be due on December 8th before midnight, essentially before the end of the day on the 8th of December. Next week's conversation is going to be about Biz 401, and we'll be meeting again in a synchronous way next week. So I'll send an email about that as well. Thank you very much for your attention and your time, and I hope you really have a nice week. Take care. Bye.